our previous president, Joe Biden, also said poor people are just as, just as qualified as white people. So he assumed that black people are poor too. But so the view was that those are the people who would be, who could benefit from these programs. And so the mentality is that if these people are, need these things, we're going to give them these programs. And the belief is they earned them because of the oppression that their generations went through during the Civil War and slavery time, and even during that time with segregation and all that stuff. He actually thought, FDR actually believed that these programs would actually solve the segregation issue, that you'd build up the quote-unquote black class, which he considered poor, and build them up so that they would be kind of economically equal to everyone else, and that this program would build them up. He actually believed those social programs would do it. Now, it didn't tend to work out, and we needed a whole civil rights thing in the 60s, which he wasn't alive for, but the point is that's how it was designed. Thanks.
Based on what you said, I agree with your assessment of it. The challenge I have is that whatever comes from any form of government is going to be negative to the individual. Anything, whether it's your local government providing something for you, or your state government, or your federal government. Now, obviously, the social net that I consider should be your family first, then your local community, and if you're part of a fellowship, they can help you if you fall off your feet. The challenge that we have, the moment that the government gets involved in your economics at any level, now you completely destroy your opportunity. Because social nets are not based on what a government gives you. Remember, the government has one role only, and they're supposed to be there to enshrine and to ensure the rights that we get from God. That I have a right to life, liberty, and I get to pursue happiness. The moment that government attempts to, I got it, Coco. You got it, Coco. The moment that government tries to determine how I, as an individual American, should act, or how I'm supposed to move through life, then now I'm depending on someone other than Edward to determine my lifestyle. Okay? I don't want some other person, some central government, some person telling me how I should and should not operate in life. So my observation, listen to all the conversations that we have here today, which is kind of interesting, is that we're yelling and screaming.
Hi, Victoria. That sounds great. We could chat on WhatsApp or telephone or here, but yeah, I would love to get to know you as well.
Who you are. A chain is only as strong as its weakest link. If the link that is weak is not taking care of themselves, no matter who you are, the group cannot succeed. And I'm going to share this one more time. I'm going to land on you guys so you guys understand. There is no person on planet Earth more important than self-government. You got to decide to govern yourself. No other person is going to do that. No mayor in your city, no congresswoman, no congressman, no senator, no governor, no president should care more about you than you care about yourself. There's no form of central government anywhere. I don't care what ethnic group you are. I don't care if you're male, female. I don't care what your gender is. At the end of the day, when you wake up every day, the person that's responsible for you is you. No program that's going to come and rescue anyone. And I land there.
So wait, clarifying question, Edward, because you were mentioning
for my neighbor. Yeah, the one downstairs. You said, turn it down. I heard you. So I turned up the bass. Sorry. Knock, knock, knock at 10:30. There you are at my door again. Could you please keep the music low? Absolutely. No, 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 no. This one's for my neighbor. To the floor. This one's for my neighbor. There he is at the door. Knock, knock, bass, bass. Knock, knock, bass, bass. You bring the knocking and I'll bring the rest, 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 rest. Dear neighbor, I made you a song you wanted silence. That sounded wrong, so here's a kick, and here's a sub, and here's another. Just because. 1 for the knocking, 2 for the wall, 3 for the message. Turn it down! What? This one's for my neighbor. This one's for my neighbor. You knock, I drop. You knock, I drop. Knock, 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 knock. Dear neighbor, is this better? No.
Oh, my son, hath been this digression from the plain path of my word concerning children, but it was most needful that thou shouldst understand the limits of true liberty. For that is not the will of any man which ultimateth in his own own, and that of all his fellows, and that is not liberty, whose exercise bringeth him to bondage. Thou mayst therefore assume that it is always an essential part of the will of any
It doesn't specify the gender, but if you're in affordable housing, the people only the people that are on that lease that you sign.
Yeah.
Race to the Top, unfortunately, created a competition for schools to adopt this educational standard referred to as Common Core.
Yes.
This was right around 2012 time.
No,
Common Core. I was in high school when that shit started.
Excuse me. Let me finish, please.
That's wrong, bro.
Let me finish, please. Okay, you know what? If you're not going to let me flush out the idea, you guys can have
Just get the dates right.
No, I have the dates right. Let me get my point out, and then you
Right
can
to the top
understand
of
the
the
deep.
nine.
Get it out, man.
Let me make my point,
I apologize. I'll write down
and
the
then
words. Hold on.
and then you can respond.
Hold on, I'm gonna
This is not going to work.
apologize.
You know, it's fine.
TC, I apologize.
No, let the
Go ahead, I'm gonna write
conservative.
down
There
the
was a
words.
conservative that wanted to speak. Let her speak. I actually
No.
don't want to speak anymore. Let
Go
her
ahead.
speak, please. No, I want the lady to speak. I'm not
TC,
gonna
that
speak
was
anymore.
me.
Oh, that was you? I wasn't even looking at my screen. My bad. All right. Where was I? Common Core. Now think about this for a second. These schools are implementing curriculum to satisfy an arbitrary policy implemented by the Obama administration through the Department of Education. Imagine for a second if your students were not being taught based on tried and true methodology that led up to 2012 when it started to decline, but schools started to adopt this Common Core standard to meet an arbitrary standard that the Department of Education under Obama created, and that's when it started to decline. Interesting. Fine, 2009, 2010, what are we talking about, 2 years? This implementation across school districts.
Static breeze beneath the skin. The silence has a frequency. Every heartbeat triggers another code. Don't escape, become the transmission. I don't need control, I need collision. Every shadow learns my name. The flow disappears, the signal remains. Nothing is broken, only transformed. Erase the noise, amplify the pulse. This is not surrender, this is evolution. The room contracts, not opens. Concrete listens, time fractures into pulses. Only pressure remains. Stay inside the signal, don't translate it. I didn't come to move, I came to dissolve, to be reorganized by sound. Close your eyes, not to hide. Every memory bends, what hurts becomes rhythm. This is not release, this is alignment.
I used to sing myself to sleep. Now thunder rolls. Where are we?
Hey Victoria, it's John. I'm in Chicago. I'm having a nice day. I'm just listening to some music, sipping some espresso. What are you up to?
Every memory bends. What hurts becomes rhythm.
This is not release. This is alignment.
Crashing off the chrome, you and I were not alone. Heard your name flow through the air, didn't stop, but I knew you were there.
The air moves slower when you notice it. Not everything is meant to be chased. Between the noise and the need to be calm, there is a quiet that cannot be replaced. You don't have to carry every hour. Let the weight fall back into the ground. Time is not asking you to hurry. It's whispering without a sound. Everything has beauty hidden in the scenes. Not every eye is taught to see the moment breeze between the seconds. And asked you just to be. Happiness is not a distant place. It lives where your awareness stays in the stillness of a softer pace. You find yourself again. The world is louder when you resist it, softer when you let it flow. There's a rhythm underneath the surface that only slowing down will show. Let go of the race you were never meant to win. There is no finish line within, only circles turning into light. When you allow yourself to feel alive, everything has beauty if you choose to see. Happiness was never far, it was always in me.
I'm imagining my bottom jaw is open wide. My tongue is sticking out. And he's going pussy. And I'm going, and she's gonna come.
Woke up to colors I can't name, echoes dancing in my brain. Static turns to melody. You and I lost in frequency. The city hums in 4/4 time. We sink like rhythm and rhyme. No filter, no disguise, just truth beneath the strobe light skies. Don't fake it, let the moment overtake it. Feel it, don't fake it. Your heartbeat can't forsake it. Feel it, don't fake it. Yeah, we're electric naked. Feel it, don't fake it. Just breathe and let it break it. Footsteps echo on concrete dreams. Midnight whispers, silver streams. When we move in loops of light and sound, losing feet when no one's around.
It's Vicky. So today I had a really cool day. I woke up around 10 and I had my horse riding classes at 11. And today was the first time I fell off a horse. So I'm in a bit of pain, to be honest. I'm taking to get a massage tomorrow or something. I definitely need to go to see the doctor as well. But then I didn't end my classes just because I fell. I just chose a different horse and kept riding it. Then at 3 o'clock I had my tennis classes. So that went well. And now I had something to eat. And now I'm going to the church because I'm Christian, and sometimes from time to time I feel at the church just by myself. There's something bigger out here. And yep, so I'm walking now to the church, and that's pretty much my day. It's 7 p.m. here in Poland, in Warsaw, where I live. What is your plan for today?
Get the name of that bitch. What did this girl say?
Hey, it's Vicky. So today I had a really cool day. I woke up around 10 and I had my horse riding classes at 11. And today was the first time I fell off the horse. So I'm in a bit of pain, to be honest. I'm taking to get a massage tomorrow or something. I definitely need to go to see the doctor as well. But then I didn't end my classes just because I fell. I just chose a different horse and kept riding it. Then at 3 o'clock I had my tennis classes, so that went well. And now I had something to eat, and now I'm going to the church because I'm Christian, and sometimes from time to time I like to go to the church just by myself. There's something bigger out here, and yeah. So I'm walking now to the church, and that's pretty much my day. It's 7 p.m. here in Poland, in Warsaw, where I live. What is your plan today?
Sunshine dancing on my face, worries vanished out of trace. Feet are moving to the beat, every step feels oh so sweet. On a road where the good vibes flow, let the rhythm take control. Let it show, life's a journey, take it slow. Happiness grows where the sun rays glow. Clouds roll by but I don't care.
The walls remember what we erased. The walls remember every trace. Send it outward, pull it back. One more signal through the black. Red like cotton, concrete rain, low frequency pressure through the train. Your voice returns from underground, split into fragments, circling round. Push the signal, break the pattern, let it vanish, bring it back. The walls remember what we erased. The walls remember every trace. Send it outward, pull it back. One more signal through the black. Send it, return it, cut it, repeat it. Wall to wall, room to room, the signal moves. Cold glass shaking before the dawn. One chord remains when we are gone. Footsteps scattered across the floor. Every reflection creates one more short transition. Long decay, change the pressure, shift the space, hold the rhythm, let it bend, bring it closer, cut the end. The walls remember
This is the John
we
Kitover Band.
erased.
Sunday
The
afternoon.
walls remember
You go get my Nespresso. Enjoy the
every
vibes.
trace.
It's all positive vibration.
Send it outward,
Take the deepest breath of the
pull
day
it back.
for 10 seconds.
One last signal through the black. Send it, return it, cut it, repeat it. The walls remember. Left my shoes by the door last night. Stepped outside, socks soaked in moonlight. The puddles left the thunder side. Why do storms feel like old friends, bringing chaos that never ends? Socks in the rain, what a silly dance, soaked to the bone.
sidewalk stage. Each droplet turns another page. My toes tap like they're breaking their cage. Who needs boots when the world's alive? Splashing through rivers I don't need to drive. Just a pair of socks and a will to survive. Socks in the rain, what a silly dance. So to the bone, lost in a trance. Socks in the rain, no need to explain. It's just me, a cloud. And
Progressive. Feel the pulse. Enter. Control.
Hello?
The world moved on, but I'm still here.
Your voice echoes. Midnight, city breathing, neon heat, a heart still beating. Feel the bass, feel the pulse. Clock ticks loud in the neon rain. You're on repeat in my crazy brain. Sweat drips slow, your shadow sways. No words needed.
Has a host of faith convictions that they just probably aren't even examining most of the time, because you can't examine them all the time or else it would be paralysis by analysis.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's a big difference between saying, like, how do I want to put this? I do think that you can have better or worse reasons for believing things, for basically everything, even things that are sort of like, why don't I think we live in the Matrix? Well, that's a very complex hypothesis, and I believe in simpler hypotheses. Oh, why do I think why do I believe that other minds exist? Well, because your brains are similar to my brain, and I think that similar things will tend to have similar effects. Why do you think that, I don't know, induction will continue? And I like all philosophical justifications for that. I think there's things where it's like they're tricky to answer, but it's not as though like there's nothing you can say that sort of justifies them, even if you can't be certain of the matter. And I think that's kind of different from this kind of thing where like I'm just going to believe that there's an omnibenevolent, omniscient, omnipotent being, and I'm just going to believe in it. Like, I don't know. I think you would want to have justifications for why you believe that.
I think people think they do have justifications. I mean, read Alvin Plantinga's Foreign and Religious Faith, right? It's like a 600-page book.
Yeah.
Oxford Press. I mean, I don't think there's, the thing is, I don't think those justifications are universally, not everybody's going to believe everybody's justifications, right? But that's part of the nature of the game, right? I mean, but I think most religious people, but again, I think reason is always, I think, interested. And so I don't think we most of the time are dispassionate and just sit around and weigh judgments and things. Most of the time, because life is too complex for that, right? This is the whole thinking fast and slow thesis, right? That, the different sort of brain operations that you just can't deliberate all the time. And so most of the time reason comes along and validates and justifies our own emotional dispositions and things like that. I mean, that's usually how I think human beings function.
But Scott, you're equivocating on the word faith there, because when a theist says, I believe it on faith, what they're saying tactically is they're saying, I'm supplying the absence of a justification and I'm calling that faith, right? Faith is, as a theist intends it, the absence of a proper justification. It's the absence.
I think a lot of theists would say that their justification is some sort of authority, right? That it's the Bible or it's a tradition or it's some sort of thing. I mean, I think that there's probably some complex heavy lifting that's being done.
Scott. Well, we don't need to define words like what does faith mean. I want to bring up a point that in Chicago, we got what's called the Moody Bible Institute. And the guy that founded that was a very successful preacher. And you have to look at it in the time period and the communication technology available. So what you're really dealing with theists is the publishing industry or the media and the content that they like most. So to sit here and say, oh, this guy's beliefs are correct or incorrect, or God is or is not true, it just doesn't matter, because you're talking about a media content publishing industry, which all of us are interested in, and the whole world is engaged in content consumption, media consumption, or attention economy. So these childish arguments that you guys like to have, is there a Sky Daddy or not, is so stupid. It's just low quality content. I am complete. Hello?
You know what?
Can you respond to what I said?
Progressive. I actually made this point today. I actually said I don't think. I'm very uninterested in like the question of like, can we prove God's existence? Like that question just doesn't interest me that much. What interests me, I'm very interested in people that convert and why to anything. Like, right, if they become atheists or they become religious or they switch religions or they switch fundamental kind of, I mean, even like political conversions fascinate me, right? Like when somebody goes, like a lot of the 60s, a lot of the neocons, from the 80s were started as old school liberals and stuff. That is super interesting to me. Like what is compelling to a person and what arguments move them? That's interesting to me. Not whether the arguments are airtight or where you can demonstrate, because that's just, we're not going to get anywhere on that ever anyway. And I just think it's that. But also, I'm suspicious that anybody is really moved by arguments. I think maybe the rare individual, but they were talking about this guy, John Schmidt or whatever, this agnostic who's became a Catholic. And I think most people that convert, they have, it's Pascal, right? The heart has reasons that reason doesn't understand. So I think there are existential things that are operative. And then reason comes along and tells a story that makes the existential yearnings plausible. I mean, I think that's generally how most people work.
But it's more than that. It's personal development. Religion and all these mystical books that I have in my house, it's all for personal development's sakes. And for example, last night I was doing palm readings at the bar with beautiful young ladies, and in a palm reading book I read to tell them in their destiny line they need to use the art of communication to bridge the gap with an estranged family member. And they also need to be more selfish and practice more self-care. So there are words that can remind people to be more aware, to take better care of themselves. It's all personal development. It's all large language modeling. It's all neurolinguistic programming. And that's why I really dislike people like Steve, who claims he's Jewish, but he's an atheist. And there's just so many reasons why the book club is superior to... I know he's Jewish, but he's an atheist. So he doesn't believe that Hashem, Rabbanu Shalom, gave us the law. He doesn't believe in the Ten Commandments. Though, if you read the Ten Commandments, and I read them during some Jewish holiday earlier this year, I think it's the 7th or 8th commandment. Well, Charlton Heston is basically the well-developed man. And so when I get back to personal development, I'm just saying that your arguments for or against the existence of the divine God, it's irrelevant, because in my opinion, I want to continue developing myself. And if I ever have children, I want to provide them with education so they can develop into successful, happy people. So the whole thing is, are you happy? And in my opinion, people on this app are boring, they're bored, they're not creative enough, and they're probably not happy enough.
This app a lot.
I mean, if you view everything that John says through the lens of projection, it all makes sense.
No, Steve, I have to ask you. If I look at the replays and it says that I quoted you correctly, will you apologize to me?
Immediately.
All right, I'm gonna go watch the replays now.
And by the way, before you go, let me just tell you what I remember. And again, my memory could be wrong. You quoted me by saying there is no evidence in favor of or against God. What I said is what I've been saying for years, that no one can prove or disprove the existence of God. But you go back, and if I was wrong, I will apologize and admit I'm wrong immediately.
All right, we're looking at the
do the
replay.
same, by the way.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at the replay.
Wait a second, Steve. You have to exact a reciprocal promise that he should do the same.
No, I don't have to do that. I'm not going to demand that he do the same. That's up to him. That's not up to me. That's up to him. But thanks for No, I'm not going to demand he apologize.
Fair enough.
You know, it's interesting. There is this book called The Reason for God, written by a guy named Tim Keller, who's a pastor. He's deceased now, died of cancer. But he basically started a church in New York. He'd never pastored in a major city. He was a smart guy, but he said, New York made him such a smarter person. He had to read and think more, and he developed relationships with people like Nick Kristof, people like Kirsten Powers became a Christian through his ministry. I mean, it was a very interesting guy, but he wrote this book called A Reason for God, which is decent. I mean, it's bad. But in it, he talks about the proofs for God's existence. He really calls them suggestions for God's. He said they're not really proofs, but they're suggestions. But he said he has a chapter called The Ultimate Argument, which is so interesting. And this is all just anecdotal from his experience. But he said, talking to cosmopolitan liberals, they're really all moral absolutists, right? That when you talk about female circumcision or talk about this or talk about that, they're no longer cultural relativists. And that his biggest success in these kind of cosmopolitan cocktail party conversations were all about the lack of foundations for absolutes. Now that is so interesting, right? Because, we talk about all and Ask the Atheist all the time about everybody asserts that, morals are relative, which I don't probably dispute that, but it's interesting because existentially we don't live there, right? When something offends us morally, or when we're wronged morally, we don't think it's just a cultural preference, right? Like someone put too much hot sauce on my platter or something. We think there's truth with a capital T morally, and that person violated it and should know.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Oh my gosh. Most people I know, when they are sinned against, when they were violated, they don't think, this person just did something that was a culturally constructed, subjective thing. They talk existentially, like this person knew damn well that they violated something that's universal, that's truth with a capital T. They're pissed off.
I've never met these people, Scott. I don't.
Okay. Maybe not. I live in.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Exactly what you're talking about. It's the same argument that excuses people's bad behavior because of their upbringing or their environment or their neighborhood. It's the same people that excuse Hamas and Hezbollah for their savagery while somehow holding others to a higher standard. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I don't, because when I hear people say, I think pineapple on pizza is evil, I take them to be expressing their emotions. They don't think that's like some universal thing. I just don't know where this is coming from.
No. But what I'm saying is, when I say pineapple on pizza is evil, that's a clear there. I don't think that's moral, right?
Oh, no, I think... Let me just change it. Murder's evil. It doesn't matter. We're calling things evil. That's a moral...
I think when people live their lives practically, they act as if morality is not subjective, that it's universal.
That was the claim that I'm refuting.
Yeah, Steve, I have bad news for you, Steve.
Right, and what I'm pointing out is that I don't think anybody actually does that. I think that when people say pineapple on pizza is evil, they are expressing their motives exclusively. I don't know where you get this idea that when people say pineapple on pizza is evil, they're expressing some truth with a capital T.
No. I don't think they're doing that, right? But I also think that I think intellectually a lot of...
I would like an apology from Steve now, please.
I think a lot of people, you can apologize to say, I think a lot of people, when they're talking about morality, act as though that murder is evil or rape is evil is just as much of a cultural construct as I hate pineapple on pizza. I don't think they live their lives that way. Existentially.
How do you think they live their lives?
I think they live their lives that morality is a universal thing.
But that's
and
what I'm
that people
pointing
that
out.
screwed up knew that universal thing.
But that's what I'm pointing
and
out.
they've got a
is
right.
when
They've
they
got a
say-
right to be pissed off at somebody.
But that's what I'm pointing out is when they say X is evil, I take them to be expressing their emotions. I don't think that they're saying X is evil is like a capital T.
Oh, no, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, empirical evidence, Steve. Not proof, evidence is what you said. And then I quoted you correctly in saying it was about evidence, not about a proof. And then you had a fucking tyrant, like a fucking fake crybaby, and moved me down saying I misquoted you when I didn't fucking misquote you. So maybe in the future don't be a fucking crybaby and fucking be a petty tyrant when you were fucking wrong.
Wow.
What the fuck is wrong with you, Steve?
He's
Why
having
the fuck
a
did you do that?
tantrum.
Why the fuck did you do that, Steve? Why the fuck did you act like a little petty tyrant? and
Sounds
move me
like
down
it's time
and
for your nap in a bottle.
grandstand when you were obviously wrong?
And you're fucking
Clearly
wrong.
need a nap in a bottle.
Okay.
You said you would apologize. Now fucking apologize.
Sure. Lay it on me. What did I say, and what did you quote me saying? I couldn't understand. Lay it on me.
Yeah, that's my general standpoint, aside the fact that there's no empirical evidence that God exists. And so far as... Well, there's no empirical evidence that he doesn't exist either.
Yeah, you didn't. You said evidence there. You didn't say proof. And right now you were just quoting you said, Sam, what I remember happening is that I said no proof, not no evidence. No, you did say evidence. I quoted you correctly, and then you fucking had a fucking tantrum and mod abused me, moved me down. You fucking interrupted me, moved me down, had a fucking tantrum, and grandstanded about how fucking wrong I was when I didn't fucking misquote you. You were fucking wrong, and that was fucking ridiculous.
This is fantastic.
He seems very upset about this.
I will apologize. I was wrong. I apologize. There you go.
Steve, I
wish
this had happened on the show today. This is great radio.
And by the way, I didn't
Steve.
move you down because of that. I moved you down. Continued to interrupt me when I asked you multiple times to be quiet. And
now you're gonna grandstand more, Steve? You're a fucking grandstand more, Steve? You fucking acted like a complete asshole. You were fucking having a fucking tantrum crybaby show about how, you can't misquote me. You better fucking... I did not misquote you. You had a fucking hissy fit about it, and now you're shown to be wrong. So fucking eat your fucking crow, realize you were wrong, and then act better in the future, and don't fucking mob me in the future.
Sam, didn't you just say this? Like, are you going to just keep going? Are you on some kind of weird perseverative loop?
Steve is still trying to have the moral high ground when he should be fucking humble. He should be fucking humble about what a fucking mistake he made.
Jeez, why are you so upset about this?
Because that's a new term I've never heard. Grandstanding and lecturing me about how fucking wrong I was.
I think you want
I told him I'm gonna block you, and he said, I don't care. You just letting me misquote me, and that's you. I wasn't misquoting you. You were wrong. I was not wrong, and you should be fucking humble about
that already, and he apologized.
Shut the fuck up, El Noro. I'm not talking to you. You're a fucking reparations. I literally think you're a fucking enemy. Jews make Jews look bad by being so fucking annoying. I don't care at all what you have to say.
What you want? Do you want a blowjob or
something? What do you want?
I
don't give a shit about you in any way. This is great.
I think he wants reparations.
I think you're a fucking retard, El Normal. I think you make Jews look bad by being an anti-Semitic stereotype, by being a whiny, annoying Jew.
This is about the trade deal that you guys screwed up. That's what this is about.
Safe by being so fucking annoying. I despise you. I don't want to talk to you.
One of us is having a pathetic and infantile tantrum, aren't they? So who's making the Jews look like what? Are you sure you're even a Jew?
Oh, now you're centering yourself more, you fucking retard. You're centering yourself more. You narcissistic, fucking old fucking retard. You always center yourself in every fucking conversation. You narcissistic fucking retard. No one gives a shit what you have to say. You're a narcissistic old fucking man who thinks he's younger than he is. You're an old... Shut the fuck up. You're a fucking retard idiot. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You were not in this conversation. I was not talking to you. I was talking to Dr.
No, but you're going wrong.
Stop centering yourself. I was talking to Dr. Steve.
You're getting boring.
Shut the fucking
No, I'm not going to. No, I'm not going to.
All right, well, you're blocked.
Go try to throw your weight around like some infantile bully someplace else. Go.
Look at this guy trying to center himself. I was not talking to this retard. I was talking to Dr. Steve. Why is he centering himself in this conversation?
Go have
a
He reminds me of this guy Hansy that used to call him the Howard Stern.
Why the fuck is he centering himself?
Yeah. Could you pull up some handsy? I bet they're indistinguishable. Wait, can you please pull up some handsy?
I'm glad we learned that Uncle Steve can have fucking tantrums where he modifies and be completely wrong about the entire circumstance.
Fuck you, Howard Stern.
And I'm glad that we can all just be aware of that in the future, that next time fucking Uncle Steve gets on his fucking high horse and he's like, I'm blah, 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 blah. Realize that he can be he's completely not reliable in this matter.
Superiority. You're our neighbor.
Stop centering yourself, you fucking retard.
The United States is too big and we don't like it.
This is amazing.
By the way,
this is amazing. This is what I come for. This is what I look for on Clubhouse. This best was the highlight of my day.
I'm sad.
Can we please do a land
Thank you, everybody.
I'm so sad replays are not on. That,
Can we
that
please
was-
do a land acknowledgement before we go any further?
Yes, exactly.
I'd like to thank the Where the Fakawi Indians for the land that they have granted us.
You know, Storm, they never give the land back when they say that. That's such a fuck you to indigenous people, right? Like, what the fuck is an acknowledgement worth? Give me the land back.
I'd like to thank the Fakawi. How did the Fakawi get their name? Good question. It's because the white man got lost and said, "Where the Fakawi?"
You're a fucking retard, I remember.
Am I? Are you sure? I don't
Yes.
feel retarded. How would I
Yes.
know? If I'm, let me do
Yeah,
it.
if you were retarded, you wouldn't be able to tell because you're stupid.
Yeah, no retards ever feel retarded. It's a no.
Is that a rule? Is that one of those killer?
I think it's like.
Is there a test I can take?
No, I think if you know, it's like one of those things. If you know, you know, and if you don't, you don't know.
Wait, if you know, you're not, and if you're not, then you don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Yeah.
First,
Yes.
have you seen Al Normal before, where he centers himself in every conversation?
Yes.
He makes every conversation about himself. Like,
Yes. I'm
does
like
that-
the
does that-
Center
does that
Square
make
in
you
Hollywood
clinically
Square.
a narcissist? Does that
Yes.
make you clinically a narcissist?
Yes.
You make every conversation about
I
yourself?
don't know. Is there a test for narcissism?
Yes.
How about is there a test for being a pathetic small dick Canadian? Well, that seems like an easier test. Is it just fair to say I think Canada may be the
Fuck
most
up, you narcissistic
I think
retard.
Canada may be the most
You're a
pathetic
narcissistic
country in the
retard.
world.
Sam, are you from Canada?
Yes. Yes.
I'm not from Canada.
Yes.
I'm from New York. You fucking
Yes.
idiot.
New York is basically Canada at this point.
That's a good point.
Beef is in Canada.
I'm literally in the country of
What
Georgia,
a
you
pa-
fucking
What a
idiot.
pathetic place. I guess
I'm
you
in the
couldn't
country of
handle New York.
Georgia, you
What
dumb
can I
fucking
say?
retard.
What can I say? I feel sorry for you.
You're an old man who's gonna die soon.
We
Who's
feel
fucking a
sorry for
you're a
you.
narcissist.
You will die before
and you're gonna
me.
die soon.
Because you're an
and you're gonna
infant.
feel bad for me. My
You
life
will
is
die
fucking
before me.
I'm literally
And I will have
younger
no
than you,
regrets.
richer
I
than
will
you.
have
I have a
no
hot
regrets.
wife, and you're an old
I
pathetic
have
man
no
who's gonna die
regrets
soon. You're a
watching you die.
narcissist. You're
I
a
have no
pathetic
regrets
narcissist who
watching
centers
you
himself in every
blow
conversation.
up like
This conversation was not
like
about
the
you, dumb
infant
fucking
that you
retard.
are.
Norm, I
Like the
pray to
bad
God this
dumb
guy
fucking
follows you
retard.
around the app, Norm. I pray this guy follows you in the app because this is fantastic.
This is like, it's got to be a bit. Like, I can't believe this is real.
I'm so sick of you, Steve, having the moral superiority, and you say that you have the evidence when you really have the proof, and you didn't have the proof. You had I'm an old man, and I'm going to die soon, and I'm an old man that goes on this app, and I'm lonely. I'm lonely, and I'm an old man on an app, and I pretend that I'm younger than I am. Even though I'm an old, disgusting man. I'm a dumb fucking retard. I'm sick of you. I just knew it. I'm a fucking idiot. I'm a fucking retard. I'm a normal. I'm a dumb fucking retard. Who makes you do this?
I mean, I love that I'm in a room of people who have never met Sam before. This is great.
This is great. Now, this is like, again, a lot of people don't like plays. I don't put them on, but I am sad right now because this was so great.
Yeah.
Why didn't you clip it? We can do it again.
Yeah.
I'm sick of you, Steve. You and your moral superiority. You said evidence and not proof, and you said proof and not evidence. I'm sick of it. My name's El Normo, and I'm an old man. I'm gonna die soon. And I anyone help me because I have a colossal bag, and I fucking shit my pants on a regular basis because I have stomach issues. I've been having dietary issues. I've been shitting my pants on a regular basis. So if anyone can donate money to me because I've been regularly shitting my pants. Can anyone help me because I've been shitting my pants? I go to the gym and I show my testicles to younger men because it gets me excited. I go to the local YMCA and I show my testicles to younger men. My name's El Normo. I'm a pathetic old man. I'm a fucking pathetic retard who centers himself in every conversation. I center myself in every conversation because I'm a narcissistic retard. Then I go to the JCC and I put my balls out. You sit me down and it's mod abuse and I'm not going to let you forget it. I want reparations. I want free college and free healthcare. I want that bridge from Detroit to Canada. It's mod abuse. I'm not going to stand for it.
Why'd you guys wouldn't Sam off of stage? She was doing so great.
He was doing great.
Yeah.
I just like kicking him around a little bit for fun. It's like Canadian football.
Yeah, no, that's like, I think
fun.
You know when you like abuse the elderly or the autistic, I think it's something like that.
Yeah, it's really fun. I'm angry read you, Uncle Steve? Mod abuser.
I think he left. You know,
I know that.
is he
I know,
really, is he
I'm
really from
keeping it
Canada?
going.
Like I've seen some
I don't know.
Canadians.
I thought I met his Canadian girlfriend, and
Oh.
they said they were in Canada. I don't know.
I don't know. Like there were some Canadians early on all triggered about the tears. I thought it was one
Oh,
of
they're
those.
very upset. The Canadians are super butthurt. It's so funny because they pretend to be very even and moral and and fair and polite, and they're losing their minds over this trade deal.
Yeah,
it's kind of hilarious. Steve, do you like the way I handled it for you? I don't know if you feel that it was, but you apologized and he just kept going.
Well, I respect the way you handled it for yourself. You didn't handle anything for me.
Fair enough. I'm sorry. Well,
I mean, to me, and again, I'm an overly simplistic guy, but he came on and he said that I was wrong, and if I'll apologize immediately. And I said, yeah, play it back. If I'm wrong, I'll apologize. And he played it back. I was wrong. I apologized. And he went on a rant for 5 or 10 minutes, amongst other things, complaining that you make yourself the center of it. I'm paraphrasing, the center of attention every time you're in a room. And it seems like that's exactly what he did for the past 5 or 10 minutes. He made the whole room about him, unless I got it wrong.
There are some guys that really react to me. I trigger the hell out of them. And I learned the word yesterday. It's called mogging. It means dominating. I forget what it comes actually from an acronym. And apparently that's the thing that I'm doing wrong. I'm mogging, which means dominating. And people just freak out about it. It's only certain guys like Honey, what's his name, is another guy. Is it Honey Badger? He's another example of, he just hates it. Doesn't matter. No matter what I say, it gets them very upset. I think it's my tone or something, or my confidence.
According to Google, mogging is slang. It means to outshine, outclass, or dominate someone else, usually in terms of physical appearance, fitness, or general presence. When someone mogs you, they make you look smaller, less attractive, or less impressive by comparison.
There used to be an old acronym, AMOG, alpha male of the group, in some certain communities, I guess, online communities. And I feel like that sort of morphed into mogging eventually after many years. Sounds like something that was very old and became a new thing again.
There are a whole lot of these words. Another word is maxing. Some of this has to do with clavicular. Steve, were you there when we were talking about clavicular?
I might have been, but I wasn't paying attention. Do you know where the word blogging comes from? One of the original internet terms, blogging. You know where that comes from?
Where does it come from?
Blogging is Blogging is a combination of weblog.
Yeah, there you go. Weblog.
Weblog is blog.
Yeah, it sounds something like from 1990s to me.
Yeah.
Like
they were very big for a while.
Like nobody calls it the web anymore. Does anybody say that anymore? Like it's just like not a thing anymore. But it used to be.
It's called the internet.
Yeah, they sometimes call it the interwebs, mockingly, as a joke.
Yeah, right. But I mean, it used to be like a serious thing that became a joke. Like
well, actually, if I remember correctly, the internet was simply information. It was written. It was the written word fonts. Word application, and then a very small part of it originally was the World Wide Web, which had the videos and the recordings, and now it's just all called the internet.
Can we just go back for a second? He began to talk about my testicles in the YMCA. Can we just very briefly, Scott, by the way, I like your moral, philosophical questions that you posed earlier. A much better example is colonialism. Like, everything is relative except for the fact that it's all about the oppressed and the oppressor. That's the new morality.
So, I mean, we should really go further into this because I remember you've mentioned this before. Oh, you mentioned it when we talked about the universality of human rights. That was your point, like about 3 years ago. Do you remember this discussion, Scott? On the one hand, people believe in moral relativism. On the other hand, they believe that there is a universal code of human rights. Are you there, or are you doing something else?
Well, El Normo, I want to say that, I know you don't like it when I use the F word or the R word, and definitely not the N word, but I just want to point out that, like, as you... We got one for every letter of the alphabet. Well, I call it NFR, which are the 3 words you can't say in the English language, NFR. NFR? Yeah. And there's a lot, there actually are real NFRs in the world, but my point is, back to what you were saying, is the reason why I say F word or R word, because I do believe that we are in a communication paradigm of prioritization, like you said, the colonizers, the structural white racism. These people who want to talk about these topics all the time, in my opinion, they should be labeled NFRs because the prioritization there is so high for them. Yet for me, I don't, from like, I guess, an objective, subjective, morally ethical type of situation, it's like you guys have jumped so far ahead in the list of priorities that I believe we have to deal with as a collective that I can't entertain what you're talking about for much longer. I will have to attack you, shame you, embarrass you, try to humiliate you because your priority is so out of whack with what the real priorities are. And so we have people who are outside of reality, and if you're a mystic or a sage or a subjective ethicist or whatever you are, you have to try to help people come back to reality. So guys like that, like Sam Rosen, he claims he's living in Georgia and he's married now and happy. Does he sound very happy to you? So you have an opportunity on this app to talk to young men who are NFRs. And I go to the bar every Friday, Saturday night, and I'm like a coach for people who have anxiety. And if you know the teachings of the Rebbe, he says you need not worry about your future. So you have a collective unconsciousness or a group herd psychology of extreme anxiety, anger, repressed anger, etc. So I'm just saying that if you love your fellow Yiddishkeit, you could try to help Sam Rosen be less of an NFR by being patient with him, entertaining him, but in the process of him projecting or trying to discuss whatever he thinks is the truth, you can still give him a little grace or education and not do the drama making game with him, because the 3 pillars of art, one of them is drama, and that's why Scott liked what he heard so much, is because that was a drama making moment. And it is Clubhouse Gold, but it's not on replay. But in the John Kitover production studio, I live streamed it and clipped it. So thanks, everybody.
So wait, I just want to just note what happened. He was upset that Steve said evidence instead of proof. Okay, so he went, you said proof, not evidence, or you said evidence, not proof, like this, some kind of a big thing. So he went back and he played it, and Steve said, okay, I'm sorry. And then he just kept going and going and going and going. Like, what is going on there? Does anybody have any insight into what happened? And then when I pointed that out, he started talking about testicles in the YMCA. Like, how did we get to the testicles?
I'm shocked that you've never met Sam before. Normal. I mean, this is.
I have.
This is how Sam's been for years. I don't know what you're surprised about.
I am trying to understand the human condition, human behavior, because I find it fascinating. So, okay, you're telling me he's done this before. I guess not. I don't know if he's done it with me, but you say he does this kind of thing all the time, like. Whatever the issue is, he has an emotional breakdown.
Isn't there a Clubhouse term for it called crashing out?
Crashing out, yeah. He's famous for crashing out.
Steve did apologize. Like, almost, not almost. He apologized immediately.
He didn't want the apology. He wanted to crash out on Steve.
All right, okay. All right.
Do I get any credit for my high-pitched imitation? I was very happy with it. I'm debuting this. I hadn't done that before.
Point. Are you secretly pointing at
It's assuming that T is correct, and it sounds like a good analysis, Norm. It seems to me like you were feeding his hunger to crash out.
Yes.
Oh, Steve, that's too insightful. Too insightful, Steve.
Well, I do my best to keep it simple. Okay.
I thought it was obvious.
Oh, yeah, okay, there you go.
I don't even remember why I got involved. It just seemed like I don't know,
You got involved because his desire to crash out was feeding your hunger for participating and
to trigger him
and triggering him to crash out. You have a hunger for that.
You made me right because I'm cracking up hearing it. The mod abuse, even that there's such a term. You mod abused me.
There is a term. There is a term.
You mod abused me. That was what. This is. Okay. I'm speechless, really.
Well, I don't apologize for the mod abuse. I apologize for being wrong when I said I didn't say that, and I did. So I apologize for that. And he didn't ask for an apology for mod abuse. I won't apologize for that because I asked him multiple times, to let me speak, and he wouldn't do that. So that's when I bounced him to the audience. I don't apologize for that, and he wasn't asking for that.
Well, can I ask the atheists a new question? We can get off of Sam Rosen, who...
Yes, he's away from the mic. That's why he's still muted. Yeah, the answer is yes.
Thank you. I hope he's confused. So the question to the atheist is, if there is no God, and we are, evolutionarily created out of a chemical soup from the planet, and the Big Bang is the prima causa event, which had no Sky Daddy involved, and this is all, either random or non-random. Anyways, the question is, in terms of your individual lives, don't you view communication as like a program to essentially help you be happy, to relax, to find joy, to find splendor?
Whatever the issue is, he has an emotional right there. Yes.
Sorry, I got cut off there. I'm just saying that, in terms of like a protocol or instructions on happy living or the art of living, I have books on the art of living and philosophy. Like yesterday, I was in Pro Lyrical Room, and he is an atheist, a liberal progressive, and I was playing for him a recording I made of Epictetus. And not many people have read the Stoic philosophers like Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius, Xenophon, etc., but that is very instruction living type of information, and it's very smart, it's very wise. And so, you guys believe in public education. Shouldn't we be providing education and programming for ourselves in the art of happy living? And so, if you're an atheist, how can you not view all these books as being valuable assets to improve our lives, whether the Sky Daddy is real or not? I mean, you would admit that all media, all content that is, positive has useful tidbits. Take it and leave it, if you will. But I'm just saying that's my critique of the atheists. And is that a question? Hello?
I haven't seen the value at all, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, that's like you don't like Star Wars.
Atheism has anything whatsoever to do with what you're talking about.
Well, what I'm saying is, if you're an atheist, the problem with that is you're leaving a lot of valuable resources on the bookshelves, and you're saying it's not useful because there is no God.
Yeah, that's right. That's a claim. Name one.
Name one of what? Is that a sentence?
Resource that I'm leaving on the bookshelf, please.
Oh, the Book of John. Oh, I love the Book of John. Have you read the Book of John? And it's not just because I'm John Kitover, but the Book of John is so smart. Oh, well, would you like me to read to you from the Book of John? Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Explain why the fact that I'm an atheist has anything whatsoever to do with me leaving the book on the shelf.
Because you spend all your time, essentially your communication that comes out of your brain into the cell phone and transmits to other people. There's just nothing there. There's no meat on that bone.
True. That is
No, it's my opinion. No, it's not a lie. It's my opinion, and it's not untrue. That's your opinion of my opinion.
No, it's not an opinion. It's a
No, it's your opinion. There are no facts. There's only opinions.
information that comes out of my mouth to other people on Clubhouse is very valuable.
No, that's your opinion. That's not a fact. That's an opinion, not a fact.
Fact.
Well, why don't we take a survey? Can people put a 1 in the chat if it's an opinion, put a 2 in the chat if it's a fact?
I mean, what did you expect from Kitover?
Pretty much that.
Well, I'm sorry if you guys are disappointed in the way that you use your time by talking to me. That's not a me problem. That's a you problem. And it's your opinion. It's not a fact. Put a 1 for opinions. Put a 2 for facts. You're a mod abuser, and Sam Rosen was right. You are a mod abuser. And the fact that you guys are disgusted with my communication, that's your projection onto me. This app is all about projection. And T even accused me of being a projectionist. And the person complaining about projecting doesn't mean that he's not projecting. When I complain about projection, that's a perfect projection observation. Hello?
Yeah, hello. Let's go back to what you originally said 2 minutes ago. How does the fact that I'm an atheist has anything whatsoever to do with leaving the book on the shelf?
I know, but your problem is in the beginning of your sentence, you said the fact that I'm an atheist. It's your opinion that you're an atheist, because then you also claim you're a Jew. If you're a Jew, by default, Rabbanu Shalom, you have to believe in Hashem, the master of the universe. It's not a deflection. You just don't like my answer. Hello?
Oh, we all heard, replays are not on. You made the bold claim. Me being an atheist is responsible for leaving the book on the shelf. You still haven't explained why me being an atheist has anything whatsoever to do with the book being left on the shelf. And I suspect you won't be able to do that because my response to you that being an atheist has nothing whatsoever to do with that is correct.
Got it, Steve. Well, Steve, the thing is, I really don't want to be rude to you. I want to give you respect, but I have to tell you that this conversation is retarded. And I have to use the R word, even though a lot of people don't like the R word. And I'm done with this piece of the communication. If you want to move on, I have a different question for you. Are you ready?
I'm not surprised at all that you make a claim and you can't back it up. It's a bullshit claim and you can't back it up. So let's move on.
Okay, great. I'm not going to make a claim. This is a show called Ask, and I'm here to ask an atheist. And this is my next question. You often accuse the philosophy bros, whoever the hell those people are, that you don't get along with them. And I'm just wondering, what is it in philosophy that you disagree with so much, Steve Apple? Thanks for entertaining my question. Again, it's what in philosophy do you disagree with? Maybe the top 3, maybe top 10. What do you disagree with in let's just say Stoic philosophy? Let's start there. Hello?
I agree with most philosophy. If you want to bring up a philosophical term, I'll be more specific. But I agree with most philosophy. Once again, you're wrong. Come on, bring up a philosophical term. I'll probably agree with it. Come on, put up.
Okay, this is from the book of Micah. It says, "He has told you, O man, what is good. And what does the Lord require of you but to do justice, and to love kindness, and to walk humbly with your God." That's the book of Micah, chapter 6, verse 8. The Bible is a philosophy book. So do you agree with that statement?
I have no problem with, and I've said this one many times, that if you believe in God and God is providing you a better quality of life, then keep God in your life. So in that context, yes, of course I do.
Wow, we got it. We have the world famous Steve Apple atheist agreeing with Bible passages. This is from the book of Job, chapter 5, verse 17. Blessed is the man whom God corrects. So do not despise the discipline of the Almighty. Do you agree with that?
I thought we were talking about philosophy. Why are you reading from the Bible?
Because it's my opinion that the Bible is a philosophy book. And if you can't recognize the Bible as a philosophy book, then you don't understand philosophy. And it's my opinion, of course. It's not a fact. Steve loves claiming that I only voice opinions and not facts, but it's a fact that the Bible is a I went to Google and I said, is the Bible a philosophy book? And the Bible said, and Google and the AI said, yes, some people view the Bible as a philosophy book. Oh my God!
And some people don't. So the answer to my question is you got it from Google.
Well, I just want to quote the book of Mark, where he wrote, anything is possible if a person believes. Mark wrote, anything is possible if a person believes. And I believe that the Bible is a philosophy book. Well, I'm very happy we all agree that the Bible is indeed a philosophy book, especially the book of Matthew, where he wrote, take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. What does that mean? Sounds philosophical to me. Hello?
How come you end a lot of your sentences with hello?
Hello, is that a question?
I just asked.
Hello?
With hello.
Well, I just want to quote the book of Matthew when he wrote, no one can serve two masters. Hello? You're interrupting me. Either he will hate, hello? Either he will hate the one and love the other, or he will be devoted to the one and despise the other. Hello? You cannot serve both God and money. Hello? That's the book of Matthew, a philosophy book. I just love that we all agree now that the Bible's actually a philosophy book. This is the book of Matthew. Seek the kingdom of God above all else and live righteously, and he will give you everything you need. This is the book of Psalm. I waited patiently for the Lord. He inclined to me and heard my cry. Sounds kind of philosophical to me. Hello? Don't brag about tomorrow, since you don't know what the day will bring here on Clown House. That's very philosophical. That's the book of Proverbs. Maybe you've heard of it. You're Jewish, right? For you, O Lord, are my hope, my trust, O Lord, from my youth. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Definitely not Steve Apple. The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Definitely not Steve Apple.
Shadows twist around me, lights begin to rise, heartbeat in the distance, waking up my mind. I feel it coming. It's getting heavy. Shift my pulse, shifted through the night. turns electric, running through my veins. Every step is weightless, yeah. Breaking from the chain. Closer, closer.
Euphoria. Copper moons and fire sparks, echoes scream across the dark. Spice smoke curves, lightning in the sky. I vanish fast, I never die. Shadows strike on jagged stone, drums pound deep, we're not alone. Sahara, euphoria.